Hey, you. Hey, wait, hold on. Hey, you guys. How are you this morning? Good morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning ritual. I just love, I love the movie The Goonies. Today we're talking about important lessons from the movie The Goonies and how we can use them in our weight loss adventure. We are joined by Penny, of course. And I hope that by the end of our talk today, that you see yourself as the hero that you truly are. So, how many of you guys, let me know, are you familiar with, I can't deal with the fur today. How many of you guys are familiar with the movie The Goonies? Let me know. Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. I cut my hair, by the way, myself. It was quite the fun adventure. It took a couple of different tries. So, this is what it looks like now. So The Goonies. It is a 1985 American adventure comedy film. In the film, a group of kids who live in the Goondocks. It's a neighborhood of Astoria, Oregon, and they attempt to save their homes from foreclosure. And in doing so, they discover an old treasure map that takes them on an adventure to unearth the long lost fortune of One-Eyed Willie. Oh my God! Do you guys know how much I love pirates? By the way, I love pirates. I don't know if I've ever truly expressed how much I like pirates. Anyway, One-Eyed Willie was a legendary 17th century pirate, and during the adventure, they are pursued by a family of criminals who want the treasure for themselves. Hello to Sherry. Hello, Misty. Hello, Mary. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. The Goonies is such a good movie. I just love the movie so very much. This is why I started talking about my hair, by the way, this little comment that Cheryl made. Sometimes I forget to call everybody out. So before we get into all of that, we've got our ritual that we have to do because it's the Saturday morning ritual. Our rituals kind of evolve over time, and now mine is meeting with you all on 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time to discuss the hot topic of the week, whatever that might be. And today it is The Goonies. I just love that to share this here. That just warms my heart. It's a great way for us to be able to reflect on the past, to make plans for the future. We've got a great community here where we can all support each other, learn from one another, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a place where we can, celebrate our successes and grow and all the cool stuff. Anyway, we start the Saturday morning ritual by saying hello. And then we have to get up and move our body because I believe that there is a brain-body connection in that whenever our bodies are engaged, our brains are more engaged. So we are going to start with a little bit of a movement exercise. And before we get into our movement exercise today, we're just going to watch a little bit of a clip from the movie. I think, hopefully, go. I don't want to hit fast forward because then I'm afraid that it'll go way too fast. Okay.
First, you gotta
There we go.
Shuffle. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it. Cut it out, Mom.
So who today is going to do the truffle shuffle during our movement exercise? Anybody going to do the truffle shuffle today while we do our movement exercise? I am not. No, I have never, nor will I ever do the truffle shuffle. That is just not my way of doing things. But I am going to just like stand up and do the grapevine for a minute while we enjoy some beautiful music from the movie.
Guys, what's your dad gonna do with all that stuff that's in the attic? He's gonna give it back to.
Not enough time in between. Sorry. Okay, 1 second. Let me grab my chair and we'll be good to go. So let's see what these comments have to say because I'm so curious. Did you move with me? Did you truffle shuffle? What did you do? Everybody saying hello. Yay, yay, yay. Hello, hello, hello. I hope that, Mary, I hope you got up and danced in the vet's office while you're waiting. That would have been awesome. So awesome. Who cares if people look at you? Who cares? It's fun. Okay, so before we get into it, hello, LP. Before we get into it, does anybody have any awesome brags that they want to do today? Does anybody have any awesome brags, any victories that you want to share with the group? Anybody? Awesome brags that you want to share? You did the shimmy, shake, shimmy. So glad to see everybody. So nice. It's nice to see everybody. It really is. It's so, you did not, but it would have been fun and it would have made me smile. Don't you want me to smile? Oh, well, that's okay. I forgive you. You don't have to. Waiting for your successes of the week. I had a very productive week. I was off work and it didn't seem like it because I found a way to keep myself busy every single day. Never a moment of rest around here. Never a moment of rest for Deanna. She is busy. Sharing her victories. I was productive. Yay. I got a video out, my latest update video, where I reviewed Q2 and I set goals for Q3. So you guys can see that on the channel. Anybody else have any victories? Nobody has any victories that they want to share with us today. No, well, I'll come back to them just in case you guys think of a victory. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but Joseph Campbell, he has a hero's journey that he outlines as a common template for stories that involve heroes. And it consists of several different stages. And today what we're going to do is we're going to break it down with scenes and characters from the movie, The Goonies. And I hope that by the end of our talk today, you see yourself as the hero that you are, the hero that I see you as. So first up is in Hero's Journey is the ordinary world. So for instance, in the Goonies, it starts in the Goondocks. It's just a small neighborhood in Astoria, Oregon. They're living their everyday lives, facing the threat of their homes being demolished to make way for a country club expansion. So this, I got to bring everything back to weight loss. And we kind of took the steps to embark on this weight loss adventure, this weight loss journey, this weight loss, whatever you want to call it, and move away from what our ordinary world once was, But because we have to do journaling and, I want you to think about really important big questions. Is there anything from your ordinary world, that part of you that once was, is there anything that you miss? Or is there anything that you're really, really happy doesn't exist anymore? Anything that you would like to share with us? Share with us if there's anything you miss or you're happy that doesn't exist anymore. From our, we're just going on. We're living our regular lives. We're just, doing the day-to-day things. And then, one day we get this call to adventure. That's the next stage. And Mikey and his friends, they discover an old pirate map in the attic. And that leads them to believe that they can find One-Eyed Willie's treasure and save their homes. While I play this clip, I want you to think about your call to adventure. What was the turning point in your life that led you down the path to weight loss? Did you have a moment of truth? Did you have a breaking point? Did you have, that last straw that finally, convinced you like, okay, it's time? And did you remember what it felt like? Either take some time and journal this down, write it all out, get it out, just feel it. Or you can post it in the comments or in the chat, whichever you would like. But we're just going to watch this cute little clip from the movie The Goonies.
To the museum, or whoever they picked to be the new assistant Curly. Wait a minute, guys. Maybe there's some stuff up there for us. Maybe there's some stuff that we can keep from the outsiders. Lots of maybe there's some rich stuff. Rich stuff. Responsibility, you guys. The museum's probably got a list of mail somewhere. You guys, listen to me, damn it. That's his stuff.
Gee, look at this. I didn't know Dad had all this stuff up here.
Oh, great! Look at that! Neato! Hey, come on, guys! This is my dad. Like this. Wait, he doesn't want you up here. You heard what my mom said to the housekeeper about not wanting anybody up here.
Mikey, I cannot believe that you actually have something this cool in your house.
You guys, my mom said, you guys, stop! Put down the outfit, okay? Hey, Mikey, this is great. We only have those Hanukkah decorations in our attic. Here we have in your. Okay, guys, you saw it. Now let's get out of here. Okay? Come on, Mikey, let's go. I got you right where I want you. Come on, guys, it's dusty in here. My hay fever's acting up, and you always break something. What?
Come here, make me feel like a woman. Come on, give me a nice wet licorice kiss.
I gotcha. Now get out from behind there. You're ruining the painting. You're ruining my joke. It's already red. Hey, Mikey, what? Well, what is all this neat stuff? The museum did some kind of, where'd you get this? Right there. They did a show. It was a retrospective. And it was about, that's what I said. You always contradict me. I was right. I knew it was about the history of Astoria. And these are the rejects. Kind of like us, Mike. The Goonies.
Yeah, I'm not a reject.
Take that stuff off. You can get me in trouble.
Cool. You know how this works?
What? Laser beams!
What? Yeah. You put one finger in the
mouth. When you drop something, put it back up. Oh. Sis. Junk! I will talk I know you didn't touch it. Get over here.
Don't touch it,
Hold this. Why me, Mike? Mike, take this up. There's a real big ball, you know, and it's got this big thing. What are you doing? Hey, Mike found a map. Yeah. Hey, look. That says 1632. Is that a year or something?
No, it's your top score on pole position.
Yes, it's a year, Chuck. Look, it's a map of our coastline.
What's all that Spanish junk right there?
Who knows? Mouth, you said you could translate. Translate, right here. Yeah, translate it.
Ye intruders beware, crushing death and grief, soaked with blood of the trespassing thief.
You guys, this map is old news. Everybody and their grandfather went looking for that when our parents were our age. I mean, haven't you ever heard of that guy? What's his name? The pirate guy. One-Eyed Willie.
One-Eyed Willie. Yeah, he was the most famous pirate in his time. My dad told me all about him once.
Dad'll do anything to get you to go to sleep.
No. See, One-Eyed Willie stole treasure once. It was full of rubies and emeralds and diamonds. And he loaded it all up onto a ship. And they sailed away into the sunset until the British king, he found out about it. And then he set up this whole armada to go out after him. And then the armada, it took him a couple weeks, but then they caught up with Willie. And then there was a whole big war between the armada and Willie's ship, the Inferno. And during the firefight, there was just guns bursting here and cannons bursting there. And then Willie fled because he didn't want to stay around because he knew he'd get killed if he stayed around. And then he got into this cave. And then the British, they blew up the walls all around him. And he got caved in. And he's been there ever since. Forever. And ever trapped. Wow.
You sound just as corny as Dad does.
My dad tells me the truth. You know what he said? He told me that One-Eyed Willie and his bunch were down there for 5-6 years. And they were digging all these tunnels and caves, setting booty.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, so I feel like Mikey a lot because I feel like weight loss. Like I get like that look that he had in his eye where he's just like, rambling on, telling a story, and he's so hopeful and he's so excited. And that feeling, especially, have you ever felt this? Like whenever you started a new program for the first time and you were like, this is the one, I feel it, I know it, it's gonna be so amazing. I'm gonna get this weight off and everything is gonna be awesome. And you just, you have that childlike sense of awe and wonder. I love that feeling. We can have that feeling every day in our lives. We don't have to wait. It doesn't have to be about weight loss. It doesn't have to be about, it can be about really anything. We can bring that feeling. We can be, it didn't like that? Why not? What did it do? Tell me. Oh, that's such a bummer. Such a bummer. So we can't watch any more clips. Aww. We can still talk about it. That's okay. Are you still here? Anyway, I'm just going to keep talking and pretend like you guys are here. So we were living in the ordinary world and we had our call to adventure. It was like that moment of truth, that breaking point, that last straw that we felt like we had to try it. So a lot of times when we, I wonder what's going on. I haven't heard a comment in a minute. So let me just see. It may be that at that point in time, we're like, I'm not ready. And we refuse the call. Refuse. Did it kick me off? I wonder. I'm just looking really quickly. Oh, it says unavailable. Hold on. Oh, you guys can see me now. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so sorry about that. I guess that's not going to work, but I was so excited about it. I'm sad. Oh, wait. Pause myself. I was like checking to see if you guys could see me. Oh, you heard me. I hum a lot. My husband gets annoyed by how much I hum, but I hum a lot. Anyway, we're talking about the call to adventure. So they got the call to adventure. They found that pirate map. And what I was trying to say was that I really liked Mikey's sense of awe, his sense of wonder, his just excitement. I feel like at times, whenever you first start a weight loss journey, it can often feel like that. And what happens, it's there's this fire. So we get this like the call that says, okay, it's time for us to lose weight. And we start losing weight. And that call, it's kind of like a burning fire. And it's hot. And we want to get away from whatever it is that's, triggered us, that last straw, that moment of truth, whatever. And we get away from that. And we get away from that fire. And once we're away from that fire, it's not burning as hot. We don't feel the urgency. We don't feel the heat. We don't feel the flames. And our sense of awe and our motivation and our zest just kind of fizzles out just a little bit. So that because whatever we're going towards isn't just as enticing, but now we're away from that hot fire. For some people, they don't feel as called to the adventure, so they just refuse it. So like Mikey's brother, he's all skeptical. He doesn't want to go look for the treasure. He's like, yeah, somebody's probably already found this. And I think that we can experience this in weight loss. Do you have any examples that you can think of whenever you think about refusing the call to do the weight loss things? What kind of things that might come up for me? I think a lot about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage comes up for me as a way of like not going through with the thing. For some people, it's just complete inaction. Like for some people, they're going to say, I don't know enough. I don't know how to lose weight. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I need to, research more information. I need to do this or that. So it can look a lot of different ways. It comes up differently for everyone. But all heroes experience this most of the time. Another thing that a lot of heroes do on their journey is they meet a mentor. So in the movie, there's not really a mentor per se in the movie The Goonies, but Mikey is always an inspirational leader. He's always encouraging his friends. Let's go, let's do this, let's carry on, let's keep going, we've got this. Even Chunk with Sloth, that can be kind of like a mentoring dynamic in a way. So let me ask you guys, have you had a mentor in your weight loss journey that has helped you along the way? If not, why? We need mentors. Okay, number one, you're here. You're in the Saturday morning ritual. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you very much. And you do have a mentor. It's probably somebody in this room. It's probably somebody that's in this chat. It's somebody that comes back to the video and comments on it. They might be a mentor in some way or another. Kirsten is a great example from, what does my cat do? She wants to get the planet. I'm sorry. She's a great example of a mentor. Tasheri is a great example of a mentor. She's somebody that, gets up at the crack of dawn, working out online all the time. She's a great mentor. There's all kinds of various mentors out there. And you just take somebody and you want to just be, find a mentor. It really does help to keep you motivated along the way. So there's always a time whenever we step into the unknown. And it can be scary. It can be frightening. For some of us, that could be reaching a certain weight. Has anybody had that moment where they're like, oh my God, this is a little scary for me. This is a little weird, a little bit uncomfortable, very different. Maybe ordering differently at a restaurant has been something weird and different. And for some of us, we forget about how these little changes that happened over time, these actually really great, big, momentous things, we take them for granted. The changes that we have made in our lives, beginning to enjoy activity, beginning to enjoy to eat differently, to not have to eat until we're stuffed. There's so many different ways in which we cross that threshold and we really embrace it. And how did it feel for you when you embarked on your weight loss journey? So long time ago, whenever I joined Weight Watchers, I had this is such a stupid story and you've probably heard it, but anyway, I saw Ricky Lake on like the Oprah Winfrey show or something, and she was talking about the Weight Watchers 1, 2, 3 success program. And she was talking about cookies and how she could eat cookies. And I was like, okay, that's for me. I can do that. And I was like, I'm joining Weight Watchers the next day, blah, blah, blah. This was my first go around with Weight Watchers. I had no idea anything about it at all. And I had that whole first step into my adventure, like walking into that building to sign up and give them my money to do this. It was a huge symbol of my commitment to the adventure. What is a symbol of your commitment to the adventure? Did you invest in any workout gear? Did you invest in any kitchen gear to help you with cooking or meal prepping? Did you buy a fancy cup to help you get your water in? What have you done that symbolizes your commitment to the adventure? We take for granted these things, but they're huge steps in the journey, in the process, in whatever. Some people even get tattoos to symbolize their commitment. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done to symbolize your commitment? Write it down, leave it in the chat, come back, put it in the comments. But it's a huge step. It's a huge step. And we forget to acknowledge those steps. We forget to celebrate the fact that we did that we took the action. That's important. That makes you a hero. It really does. Of course, moving on. Of course, in any adventure, in any hero's journey, there's going to be tests, allies, and enemies. So in the Goonies, they had booby traps. They had puzzles that they had to figure out. They had to confront their enemies, the Fratellis. They made new allies like Sloth. Even within their own circle, they made new friends and strengthened their bonds with one another. So, thinking about tests, allies, and enemies, what has been the most challenging thing for you in your weight loss adventure? What has been the most challenging thing? The booby traps that I set for myself, is that it? The puzzles, trying to figure it out in my brain and why I am the way beautifully am. Oh, have you made any new friends or allies? And have you had to confront any enemies? Have you had to confront any self-acceptance? Ooh, self-acceptance. So making new friends and allies, confronting our enemies is a huge part of it. Our enemies come in different forms. Sometimes our enemies are ourselves. Sometimes sometimes our enemies are very well-meaning friends and family. Have all different types of enemies. And then our friends and our allies, our friends, the ones that encourage us to keep going when we just want to give up. There's like this moment in the movie whenever they are down in the caves and they get to a spot with a wishing well and they can like leave. There's like somebody's up there, there's a bucket, and they're like, I'll lift you up and we can just go home and we can forget about it all. And Mikey's like, no, Goonies never say die. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. Goonies never say die. That's a friend. Somebody that keeps pushing you towards that reward, even though it's hard, even though that there are times whenever you just want to quit, when you want to give up, whatever. Those friends, those allies, hold them close because sometimes you're going to need them to continue on. Misty is definitely in that sweet. Look at you. Aw. I can't even. Lots of allies. I'm a lucky girl. Yes, you are. So beautiful to have friends and allies. And it makes defeating the enemies so much easier whenever you have that. It really does, to remind you that you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Of course, in our adventure, our journey, our whatever, the hero, that's you, by the way, you're the hero. You're making this happen. You're doing it. You are putting in all the work and you are the hero. Remind yourself that whenever you go to bed at night. So in our journey, we often have a dangerous part of the adventure. And whenever when the treasure, the ultimate challenge, it's just like right there. And have you experienced the ultimate challenge in your weight loss? What do you think the biggest challenge was for a lot of people? I think that for our, people that have reached goal weight, they'll say that maintenance was the biggest challenge. I know I had a friend of mine that just was, their biggest enemy was the number 180. 180. They're always at 184. Why can't I get under 180? And that was huge. It was like the biggest, like, mind, blah, whatever it was. But it took a lot of courage and it took a lot of wit and it took a lot of maneuvering to really overcome that obstacle of 180. It was just a mind block. It was that scary new territory that, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for that, type of thing that adapting to that, committing to that lifestyle was huge. So she has done amazing. She's awesome. So we face these kind of things in weight loss. What do you think your biggest challenge was? Share it in the comments, share in the chat. Surviving menopause, is that your biggest challenge? Some people might say that that's their biggest challenge. But we all have that moment that it feels like everything is, going good. You're losing weight. It's it gets to a point where it's just repetitive and boring and kind of easy. And then this challenge comes up and it can get frustrating. Maybe it's just a plateau, whatever it is. Just know that it's a common thing. It's somehow written into the laws of the universe that we all have to undergo this challenge. But you'll get through it. You just got to have patience and persistence, and you will conquer it. Trust me, you will. You will. So the next part of the hero's journey is going to be the big ordeal, the climax of the movie. And this occurs in the movie. It's when the Fratellis catch up with the Goonies in it. Oh no, we're going to fight, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're going to do this. It's going to happen in our weight loss. We might have an inner fight with ourselves. We might have another enemy out there in the world, like ice cream. I don't know what your enemies are, but I want you to know that this is when your mentor really comes in. They're going to help you. And you have everything that you need within you. All of this time, you've been gaining new skills and all kinds of stuff. So tell me, what skills have you learned? What skills have you strengthened along the way? Maybe it's patience or persistence or perspective. Maybe it's courage. Maybe it's faith. We have these different traits. And each one of us, their traits might be a little bit different, but we have these traits. And we can overcome any obstacle that's in front of us. We just have to believe. We have to trust in our mentors and our allies to encourage us whenever we're feeling, like we can't do it. To band together. Maybe you're having a lack of motivation. Maybe if you engage in a challenge with a friend, that'll help you with your motivation. Maybe you're feeling just flustered. Your mentor can help you with that as well. So we're all out there. All of us heroes, we are fighting. We are fighting for what? The reward. What's the reward? What's the reward you're looking for? Define your reward. So in the movie The Goonies, they want the treasure. They want the treasure because they want to save their houses from foreclosure. What is your treasure? What is your treasure that you want? So in the movie, there's Sloth. He's hungry and he wants a candy bar. So Chunk is like, hey, you want this Baby Ruth? And Sloth is like, yeah. Well, he didn't say yeah. Anyway, wish I could play the clip, but apparently I can't. Anyway, he wants that Baby Ruth so bad that he pulls the chains off the wall, and he finally, it was kind of scary. It's like, oh my God, is he going to get Chunk? Oh no. But all he wanted was that Baby Ruth. That was his reward. He wanted that Baby Ruth. By the way, did you know that Baby Ruth was my favorite candy bar for a long time? And I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, was it because of the movie? Was I so influenced by the movie that was my favorite candy bar for many years? I wonder. Anyway, how hard are you willing to fight for your reward? He's like, oh, get this out of here. I'm no longer going to sit back. I'm going to do this. What's the reward that you're looking for? in my brain, totally. What's the reward? What's that? What dream is it that you're chasing? The thing here that I really want to say is the reward is the journey. The journey is part of the reward. It's becoming who you are today. You are not the person that you were before you started. You've changed in many ways. You've grown. And that is a reward in itself. So remember that, wow, look at all these skills that I have now. I didn't think I had this much patience. I didn't know that I could be this strong. I didn't know that I could have this much confidence. Feels so good. These are wonderful rewards. It's not just feeling, God, I feel good when I wake up in the morning. Oh, my knees don't hurt as bad. Like, we get these rewards along the way. We don't have to wait to the end until we find the pirate ship. We get them along the way. They're already given to us. A long-term happy life. Happy life does not come from weight loss. Many people have lost weight and still been unhappy. Happiness comes from within. Weight loss doesn't. Yes, it can help, but it's not number one. So we have to look for how can we be happy along the way as well. Sometimes the treasure that we're looking for isn't the treasure that we really are seeking. And that's a complicated thing. You might want to ask yourself, what am I really seeking? Didn't mean to call you out like that. I'm sorry. I kind of might be projecting a little bit. Anyway, the Goonies, you know what? They found the treasure. And they didn't manage to keep it all because of the fatalities. But they were able to get enough to save their homes. What if in your head, at one point in time you had a goal weight, say your goal weight was like 120, and you got down to 120 and you were just like, felt like your body didn't really want to be 120 and it was more happy at 130. At like 130, like weight loss is more manageable, it's easier for you to maintain. Do you think you would be happy with 130 versus 120? Are you willing to not be so hyper-focused on that one number? Sometimes it's, you can be just as happy with a different number. So really focusing in on what's the reward we're looking for. What is it that you truly make great friendships? Oh, I have two. I've made some just don't make me cry. I've met some amazing people that I just absolutely adore and love so very much. It's been very rewarding in friendships. Very rewarding. So, think about what ways that you have grown as the hero that you are along the way. Another piece of the hero's journey is the road back to the real world. Oh, it's so fun to live in that, fantasy land. But now, we're back into the ordinary world. We're changed. Of course, we're changed. But back into that regular world. It really felt like that for me. And I'm going to go back to that Weight Watchers example. Whenever I lost 80 pounds with the Weight Watchers, I was at my goal weight. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, away from my family. And I had to go home because my brother was getting married and nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody about my weight loss at all. I just did it all in secret. And I was so proud of myself. I was so happy. I was so excited. And when I came home, I wasn't prepared for the reactions that I got from other people. I thought people would be happy for me. I know they were jealous and they were in disbelief and said negative things about me. It was great times. But I had to remind myself that even if, their feelings weren't, 100% happy for me, I did that. I'm amazing. I'm capable of great things. Doesn't really matter what they think. So it's not always, the sunniest thing in the world whenever, you go back to the real world, whenever you get back into that whole. And sometimes it's because you already are in the real world. There is no getting back to anything. It's the new normal, the new normal. That funny phrase. Okay, so in that final moment as the Goonies, they got the treasure, they fought the Fratellis, they're going back up onto the beach and they're meeting with their families and they have like this, rebirth moment and they're all just, they're no longer who they once were. They have more confidence and they're stronger and just like you are, each time we get to a next milestone, we are having so much growth. So much growth. They're heroes. They've overcome great odds. And I'll tell you something. If you have lost 5 pounds, you've overcome great odds. Whenever you have done that, you have shown to yourself that you are capable. So I hope that I can be your friend and your ally and tell you, even if, right now it feels like you're stuck in the land in the caves of booby traps and it's dark and you feel like you're never going to get out and you're never going to get to that treasure. Keep going. Keep going. Your treasure is just right around the corner. It's just right around the corner. You will be the hero for sure. And you are going to return with your jewels, with your treasure, your final reward, whatever it is that you're searching for. What is your final reward going to be if you keep going, if you keep pursuing it, if you are persistent? A strong, happy, healthy, strong life. That's all we want. You have happy. You have strong. You are probably pretty healthy. Don't let the number on the scale tell you that you are not strong, happy, and healthy. Those 3 things, they're all something that we practice every single day. We practice healthy. We practice happy. We practice strong. If we don't practice those skills, we lose them. Use it or lose it. Practice those things. And that's why I think that you're the hero, is because what you want, you already have. What you want, you already have. You are the hero. You are your own hero. So how are you going to be the hero of your life this week? Because we always got a plan. That's part of the ritual. So Goonies never say die. Goonies never say die. It says it on my shirt. This weight loss adventure, journey, whatever, it doesn't stop just because we've reached a goal weight. It's a part of us. It's part of who we are every single day. Whether we're at goal weight, maintenance, or we're still, trying to get to a lesser number, whatever it is. And all of that just went out my brain. Totally left me. I have no idea where I was talking about. I plan on spending my vacation with the morning workout and then resting. So maybe we plan to have accountability, or maybe we plan on resting, which is so important. We need our rest. But we make a plan for the future and weight loss is always going to be not weight loss necessarily. That's why I like to call it weight wellness. I stole that from Teresa Keever. But I like weight wellness because it's like heart health. It's like brain health. It's like emotional health, mental health. Our weight wellness is always going to be, it's here with us. It's not an adventure that ends. It's one that continues on. We're going to keep being on that adventure for a long time. So just realize that's okay. Not a problem. I forgive you. I as a person who always is multitasking while watching live streams, I totally understand when people are just listening, and that is totally awesome and cool. I'm fine with it. The Goonies, they encapsulate all the elements of the hero's journey. And if you look at your own life, I bet you can see all of those elements of the hero's journey within you. So I'm just going to kind of like, there's the ordinary world, and then you get this whole call to adventure. Some of us refuse the call. We're like hesitant, not sure. We make mentors. We have, we cross this threshold into this awesome adventure. But then we have tests and enemies. We make great allies. And finally, we get to that, that moment, that hard moment, and we get past it. Get past that really hard thing, whatever it might be, and we get the reward. We get the reward. So think about your life with that whole journey. We also get that resurrection that knew us, Who's the new you? How have you changed? How have you grown? What have you learned? And what are your rewards? What are the rewards that you have gained so far? So far, you're not done getting rewards. There are more rewards for you to gain. More. And you're going to be even stronger and even healthier and even happier in your life than you are today. It's going to happen. Truly, truly is. Those are your things to think about for the week ahead. I wish I could have played the clips, but we probably would have ran out of time because there was like 20 more minutes of them or something like that. Anyway, I thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed our little talk on the Goonies. Let me know in the comments. Come back to the video and comment if you enjoyed this conversation today. I will see you guys in the next video. I want you to, of course, stay curious, stay determined, and until next time, keep writing, keep exploring. Of course, I want you to watch out for those booby traps and keep losing those pounds. Hey, what happened to my ending? I guess it's not on here. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, it's going to be an adventure. Bye-bye.